Cheng is currently the Vice President of Data Science and Solutions at dotData. As a data science practitioner with 14 years of research and industry experience, he has held various leadership positions in spearheading new product development in the fields of data science and business intelligence. At dotData, Aaron leads a data science team in working directly with clients and solving their most challenging problems. Prior to joining dotData, Aaron was a data science principal manager with Accenture Digital, responsible for architecting data science solutions and delivering business value for the tech industry on the West Coast. He was instrumental in the strategic expansion of Accenture Digital's footprint in the data science market in North America. Aaron received his PhD in applied physics from Northwestern University. Please join me in welcoming Aaron to the stage with some virtual claps.
Hello, everyone. As part of the dotData's founding team, I'm very excited here today to share with you what we are doing at dotData and how our software products focusing on the automated feature engineering enable our enterprise customers to do more AI projects and deliver greater business impacts. A little bit about myself. My name is Aaron Cheng. Currently, I'm the Vice President of Data Science of dotData, responsible for building our product and ensuring our customers' success with our products. Previously, I had opportunities of working on AI projects in a variety of different enterprises for the past 13 years. Right before dotData, I was managing Accenture's AI business in the West region. I also want to talk a little bit about dotData, the company that I represent. We were part of NEC Corporation in Japan when we started developing the core technology behind our software. And in 2018, we spun off from NEC, became an independent company. Today, we are headquartered in San Mateo, California, in the San Francisco Bay Area. We have people in 3 different regions. Here in the United States, we have a development team over in Poland, that's in Central Europe, and we also have a development team in Japan, Tokyo, Japan. As a Series A company, we have received more than $40 million in capital funding in the past couple of years. The company also seen a tremendous growth in the last 2 years. Right now, we have over 100 employees and over 40 customers worldwide. Many of our customers are the big names like Toyota, like Japan Airlines, SMBC Bank. We, as a company, have received a lot of recognition by industry leaders and market research firms across the spectrum. The most significant endorsement that we have received is by Forrester. They named us the best secret in the machine learning space. They named us as a leader in this particular domain. This is a very significant endorsement to a startup company like dotData. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to briefly introduce our products here. We offer a wide range of products, ranging from AI machine learning development tools for data scientists and the business analysts to deployment tools for the IT professionals. Specifically here, we have a dotData Pipe product. This is a product that is specifically designed for advanced data scientists who are very familiar with the Python interface, who want to utilize dotData's automated feature engineering technology to augment their current data science process to achieve a greater result. So this is the tool to enable them to scale their AI and machine learning practice. We also have a dotData Enterprise product. This product is intended for citizen data scientists and the BI analysts who have a great understanding about their business, who have a good understanding about the data technology in general. They probably do not have enough background in machine learning. They probably cannot develop a lot of code. But by using dotData Enterprise product, they do not have to write a single line of code. But in the end, they can build a machine learning pipeline, and that is ready to be deployed to their business. So this is a tool to empower them to deliver something even greater. We also have a dotData Cloud. This is a cloud application where everything is prepared by dotData. You just come in and connect your data to the dotData Cloud and build the models. So this application is specifically intended for people who are just getting started with AI. On the other hand, we also have, as I just mentioned, the AI machine learning deployment tools like here, dotData Stream. This is a product that is designed to enable the users to get the real-time prediction outcome from their AI machine learning models. And this is provides a significant benefit for a lot of use cases, especially in the financial services industry. I think to best understand dotData's value proposition, it is a good idea to start with this statement, and that is a great AI algorithm is not equal to impactful AI models. I think we have heard of enough stories about the recent advancement of AI technology. But in terms of a successful implementation of those technologies and harvesting the business benefit of those technologies, I think truthfully, we are very, very limited. The reason is actually very simple. In order to produce impactful AI models, we need to have the right data in the right format onto the right algorithm. That's why having the algorithm by itself is not enough in order for us, it's not enough in order to deliver the impactful model. This is what the real world data looks like. For many enterprises, enterprise data actually looks like this. There's many tables, many columns, many rows, many complex relationships. And on top of that, there's all kind of data quality issues. There's a duplicated records, there's a missing value, there's outlier. The list of data quality issue I can quote here is on and on and on. But this data by itself, as I explained in the previous slide, is not machine learning ready. In order to make a machine learning ready, we need to transform this data. We need to combine all this information here to make it this kind of a single flat table format. So this format is a format that is a machine learning ready. The process of combining all of this table, reconciling all the differences, all the issues within the data in order to produce this single aggregated format, this process is what we call feature engineering. As what Andrew Ng famously said, coming up with features is very difficult, time-consuming, and it requires expert knowledge. And he even said applied machine learning is essentially just a feature engineering. So this slide really speaks to why it's so difficult to build an impactful machine learning model, while it may be easy to talk about a lot of successful algorithms, simply because the real world data is very challenging. It's very messy. It is not ready to be directly fed into those AI algorithms. And that's why for many data scientists, I myself as one, we all know that we spend 80% of our time in order just to prepare the data to prepare this feature table. Let's talk a little bit about how feature engineering is typically done by a human data scientist. And this will help us understand why it's difficult. And also it will also explain why dotData's automated feature engineering is very, very beneficial. As you can see in this process, the feature engineering typically start with the raw data. In this case, you can be talking about one table from your AWS Redshift database. You can be talking about another table maybe from your Oracle application. You may be having another CSV file, which is a file that you have manually created that is sitting in your own laptop. Then the feature engineering process typically starts with going to this different data sources, fetching those data, combining them, putting them together. Then you need to, first of all, ask the question, what data is relevant? What data pattern is important, right? Are you going to analyze each one of those columns in each one of those tables? Probably not. This is where you have to go to the domain expert. They will tell you which data patterns are very significant, are relevant for this particular problem we are interested in. Then based on their recommendation, based on those identified patterns, which in this case we call them feature hypothesis, we need to go to data engineers. They will help us to develop a lot of SQL code to extract those data and then prepare them in a format that is relevant, that is correct to the business knowledge. So this is a feature transformation step. Once that is completed, oftentimes we have hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of features. Not every single one is important. Not every single one can be supported by the actual data. So this is where we need to talk to data scientists, sometimes business experts as well. They can help us to validate which feature is statistically significant in this particular data set. As you can see, after you go through this entire process, you can have this feature table. This process, it sounds easy. In reality, it is not, because it involves people with different background. It requires people oftentimes from very different departments to participate in this discussion. It's very much human intensive. And also, it's very much iterative as well. It's very difficult to get it right the first time. As I said, we typically rely on domain expert to provide input to start this process. But we all know that domain expert knowledge is as good as our last mistake. So from that perspective, this is an iterative process. It's by nature, it's a try and error type of process. And because of this, coming from the raw data in delivering this feature table takes a lot of time. At this point, when you have a feature table going through, this very long process, now you can be talking about using this feature table to develop machine learning models or build a dashboard or maybe generate some simple prediction outcome. dotData's way of addressing this problem is slightly different. We have developed a fully automated pipeline that connects to this raw data. Whatever data a human data scientist is working at, dotData can connect there. And after that, we will take care of in a very completely automatic fashion to do this feature hypothesization, to do this feature transformation and feature validation without requiring users to do any manual work. In this process, we use advanced statistical techniques to discover AI features that are machine learning ready. At this point, as you can see, instead of going through this manual process, dotData will automatically generate this AI features. With these features, as a user, you can take it, to build machine learning models. You can take it to build dashboards. You can take it to run prediction outcomes as you would for the type of features you generate by yourself. But what we have found is for a lot of advanced users, what they really like about dotData is they can use the dotData's AI features to augment their manually crafted features, which in this case we call them domain features. But combining these two information together, oftentimes they can obtain surprisingly good results. And that a surprisingly good result typically comes down to either one of these two scenarios. One is higher accuracy. The reason is very simple. When dotData is trying to discover the hidden patterns within the data, dotData does not start with some kind of presumption. dotData does not know the particular business. We base off the data, we use this impartial approach to statistically discover important patterns within the data. That's why oftentimes we can really extract very significant patterns, which can be utilized to build predictive models. And that's why when the users use the dotData feature, they can achieve higher accuracy. The other side of the story is that oftentimes the user can also discover unknown unknowns from our data. If data science is only limited to what we have already known, then there's not much surprise, there's not so much benefit to say. But the real challenge nowadays is that we are constantly talking about more data, bigger data, different sources of data. And frankly speaking, many of those data sources, we probably do not even have enough business knowledge about. Then how can we analyze those data? How can we extract important information from those data? So this is where dotData comes in. Without requiring domain knowledge, without requiring a lot of manual work, we can automatically analyze those data, helping you discover the important information, the significant data patterns within those data. And then you can take those data patterns to have a meaningful conversation with your business users. This is how we enable them to really discover the unknown unknowns from their data. As a user, you can interact with the dotData's AI features with full transparency. The user can read the feature generation logic, and that is presented in this flowchart model showing the relationship between different tables. So this is where the data lineage issue is being honored. And also, dotData, instead of just providing you with a lot of features, we also provide you with the importance score for each one of those features so that when you look at those features, you will have a clear understanding about which feature is more important than the others. When you're selecting the features to present to your business, you know which one to focus on. We also have this human readable format when we present our features. What this means is that when user read our feature, it's no longer a complex SQL code, but rather we provide the English translation for the SQL code. So that user, when they are taking our feature to their business, it's much easier for them to explain our features to their business users. The point here is that as a user, you can literally interact with the dotData's features as you would for the type of features you generate manually by yourself. Now let's talk about how do our customers say about our automated feature engineering, about dotData's automation solution. We recently completed a very significant use case with a fintech company. For this type of company, they process a lot of credit card transactions, which result in a lot of dollar values. The challenge for them is that every month there is about $24 million for credit card transaction being declined. And that is a lot of money left on the table. Building an AI model to predict when to process a transaction was desirable, but was very challenging for this company. The reason is no different from the challenges we have seen in other industries. Data volume is too big, data quality is too poor, data is just way too complex. That's why before we worked with them, this director of data science analytics at this company said he was literally spending 95% of his time doing data wrangling before talking about building model, before really understanding the prediction capability of this particular use case. By using dotData, they were able to build 6 models in 6 months, and those 6 models were deployment-ready models. And by having this model deployed into their business, they were expecting around 8 million recovered monthly revenue. That is a significant amount of business impact. That is a very extremely significant business impact they are producing by using the dotData product. And with that, he said, now I can literally offload most of that work, the data wrangling work he meant, and just focus on uncovering the patterns and finding the viable models. So this is a very good testimonial of dotData's capability in helping our users to scale their business, to develop better models and deliver greater business impact. We also have a lot of customer success in other industries. For example, here I'm having a SMBC. As we all know, SMBC is the world's top 15 bank with a $1.8 trillion in asset. SMBC was our first customer. It was our first proof of concept customer. It was our first commercial customer. We have been working with SMBC for close to 5 years. SMBC has been using dotData across the, different lines of their business. And with that, they said, by having dotData, everyday data science routine at SMBC right now literally becomes a 5-minute operation. And now their team can really get to focus on the higher value data science tasks and deliver business impact rather than focusing on delivering the solution to solve those problems. They can really focus on the important problem to solve rather than figuring out the solution for each one of those problems. So this is a quote from their CIO. It's a tremendous testimony for dotData success with SMBC. And this is another great success with a global property and casualty insurance company. They achieved a 250% contract rate of add-on clauses for their auto insurance product by using an AI policy recommendation engine supported by dotData. In fact, behind this AI policy recommended engine, hundreds of dotData ML models are running every single day. And this dotData's automated the feature engineering and machine learning capability really enable them to achieve something that was never thought about before. So this is the end of my presentation. We are a young company. We are very much looking forward to working with our customers. If you are interested in finding out more about dotData, please come to our website, www.dotdata.com. If you are interested in doing a proof of concept and a trial, please also reach out to us at contact@dotdata.com. Thank you very much for your attention.